AI is the new trending way for you to simplify and streamline your content creation process. Now, this is a new thing for a lot of us in the industry, trying to figure out like, how is this going to work for my business? How do I make this work? How do I do it? All of the things, right? So in this video, I'm going to share with you 10 ways that you can use ChatGPT and AI specifically to simplify and streamline your content creation process. This is going to make things so much easier for you, and it's going to save you so much time and money, I promise you. By the way, my name is Desiree, and I'm here to help you simplify your social media life, period. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna head over to the computer where we're going to get started with ChatGPT. Okay, so first things first, you're going to go to chat.openai.com and you're just going to log in or sign up depending on which one you've done. I've already have an account which you can get started with using for free, and that has worked just fine for me and my agency. However, it does get a little slow sometimes and it can crash. You just have to hit refresh and it'll work for you. You can sign up very easily within it and you can pay, and then you get better access to it. But for now, we're just trying to test this out and see how we can get started with this. So first things first, you want to know that you have to get very, very specific here. So if you are just being very vague about the kind of content that you're doing, you're not going to be able to really benefit from what this tool is going to do. So make it very specific to you and your business. So if I'm creating content for me, I'm gonna be talking about like, I want to create XYZ very specifically for business owners and entrepreneurs, service-based businesses, women, that kind of thing, where I can be very specific about who I'm talking to. That way it knows what's going on. You also want to get really specific about like the time of year that it is, the month it is, the year that it is. If you have specific topics you want to talk about, the more specific you can be in here, the better. So the first thing that we want to do is consider doing very specific messaging. So for my example, I'm going to use an insurance agency as my example because I work a lot with service-based businesses and that's who I benefit the most. So from specific messaging, I want to say something like create 5 Facebook posts for an insurance agency in Michigan. And I can also make it for the month of April, okay? And what it's going to do is think this out. It's gonna write out these Facebook posts for me in real time, and then I'm gonna be able to copy and paste them into my content planning and scheduling tool so that I know what to do. So create 5 Facebook posts. So protect your loved ones with an affordable life insurance policy. Get in touch with us, learn more today. Did you know that home insurance is essential to protect your home and belongings? Let us help you find the right policy for your needs. April is National Distracted Driver Awareness Month. Stay safe on the road by avoiding distractions and investing in comprehensive auto insurance. So I'm getting these really specific posts that I can use and turn into messaging for my plan. By putting like the platform I want to post them to, it also allows for it to be really specific. Next piece of content that we can use to simplify is we're going to do a list. So create a list of 8 about spring home to-do list for an insurance agent to share on social media. And then it's going to write this up for you. So what you would do with something like this is then you can go take this list and you can turn it into a graphic, like using Adobe Express, so that you're able to like have that visual to support it, and then you have all of the content as well. You can also use this kind of content as a base for a blog post for your website as well, that your graphic can also be used there to support it. You can then use that graphic for resharing. Another fun idea for doing with lists is you can turn this into a carousel post on Instagram. The reason I like 8 is because I can have an introductory graphic on my Instagram carousel, have my 8 posts in the middle, and have my final call to action graphic at the end, allowing me to have the 10 maximum, which you're allowed to do in a carousel post, so that it works really well. So lists are a great idea. So we've done posts, we've done lists. We also can do trends. So we can say, what are trending topics for an insurance agent in April? Right, so what's going to give us are some fun like days of the month, things to pay attention to like spring weather hazards. We have Earth Day. These are just the kind of things that are helpful for rounding out our calendar for our content, so we can figure out like what it is that we should be doing. And because we didn't give it a specific number that we were looking for, it's probably going to give us somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 different posts that we can utilize. We gave us 8 that we can use so that we can kind of build our content from that. Like, oh, it's National Pet Month. I'm able to do like Earth Day content. So it's giving me these ideas of things that I can do for my social media content posts. So I could take one of these posts, like it's National Pet Month, and what I can do is go into my next thing, which is going to be hashtags. So what hashtags should I use on social media for a post about National Pet Month? So now it's going to give me hashtags that I can then use on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, so that I'm able to tap into the trend and associate my content accordingly for what I'm trying to do. Because the more that we can associate our content, the better it is. And it's even giving me something that's like location specific, like Michigan Pets and Detroit Pets. And it's doing this because here, insurance agency in Michigan for the month of April. So they know that, like, because we have this like whole tab here, you can see insurance agency posts. I have all of this content that's being stored under this kind of search query. It knows I could also tap into that local thing. So we're talking about hashtags as well. We also could just use this to find general hashtags to use. So what hashtags should an insurance agent in Michigan use? And so now it's going to give me a whole bunch of ones that are trending across all the platforms that we can utilize as well. It's going to give me ones that are Michigan related, and it's also going to probably give me ones that are just insurance related as well, so that I can associate on a bigger scale as well. Okay, so we talked about lists, posts, trends, hashtags. Let's talk about really specific messaging. So up above here, we were given sort of these topics that we could use, like Earth Day, spring cleaning tips, tax season, home safety. Let's take this home safety one and let's create specific posts that we can do. So create 3 specific posts for Instagram related to home safety. Okay, and then what we want to do is say, have each post include a tip on how to protect their home. Examples include potential break-ins and burglaries. Okay, and hit enter and then let it go. When we're being specific, we want to give specific parameters around what we want this content to do or say. So for post number 1, it's telling us the image, a picture of a door with a security lock deadbolt. The captions, protect your home from break-ins and securing your doors. Make sure to install a high quality deadbolt and use a security bar to lock the sliding glass door. And then it's giving us hashtags that support that as well. And again, because we're making this for Instagram, it's providing us an image because the images are the only thing that you can post on Instagram, that and videos. There has to be a visual component that you can do. So what I can do is take this specific post, okay, and I want to give a specific direction. Turn this into a 3-paragraph Instagram post and then put it in quotes so I have it. And so what it's going to do is give me more of information, because I truly think that sometimes when we're trying to describe something in more detail, it's going to perform better on social media if we have a longer post to pull from. So what it's giving us with this 3 paragraphs is going to give us like a bigger message that we can put on Instagram, where we can educate our audience more and let them relate more to what's happening and give them more specific detail. And then we could just have our simple image of the door with the security lock and deadbolt. So as you can see, like, we have this whole message now that we can use for our social media, including our hashtags. So by being much more specific in our messaging, we're able to develop out and flesh out our strategy much more. Next, we want to create ad copy. So let's say create an ad copy for an insurance agency for Facebook for National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, right? With the call to action being to book a call with the insurance agent. Okay, so now we're going to get the ad copy for what that would be. Okay, so this is what our message is. And of course, like any other AI tool, you have to have a human to edit, make sure it sounds right, format it, like adjust it for yourself. So maybe right here where it says helping our clients stay safe, we could say we're gonna be helping our clients at name of insurance agency here, that kind of thing. So people kind of know what's going on. Maybe adding in the city or state that you live in. You could even adjust the insurance copy prompt to say in like the city you live in or the state that you represent people in. So you can have that ad copy there. Okay, so holiday posts. So as we saw in here, we saw that there were some fun, like the National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. We also have like fun months that are silly. So write 3 Facebook posts for an insurance agency about silly or fun holidays in April. Okay. So we're seeing some fun National Hug on Newsman Day, National Scrabble Day. And it says just make sure to keep your insurance policy up to date in case any accidents, game-related mishaps. Like, that's a fun way to integrate it in. We have the Earth Day content. So we're getting fun content. Like, there's always these silly days of the month, like National Dog Day, Hot Dog Day, Ice Cream Day, all that kind of stuff. You can use ChatGPT to create content for you based on what you're doing. Remember, the more specific you are, the better and more focused the messaging will be. Next, want to do some sales content. content. So we're having fun content, we're educating our audience, we're connecting, but sometimes we need to make sales. And that's kind of the objective of social media marketing, is to convert sales. So we can just say, write 3 sales posts for social media with the call to action being to schedule a call with an insurance agent. These posts are for an insurance agency in Michigan. You guys are getting to see all of my terrible typing skills. Okay, there we go. All right, here are 3 sales posts for social media. So, are you paying too much for your auto insurance? Our experienced agents can help find a policy that fits your budget and gives you the coverage you need. Schedule a call today. So as you see, we're kind of really filling this all in, and it just gives us a good direction. So then we can go create the appropriate visual aids or videos or links or carousels or whatever to kind of go with this. We're just being able to use it to get us our copy going. I think copywriting is one of the hardest parts about social media marketing. I love that this makes it easier. Now, we've done a lot of posting and stuff, but what we haven't talked about is like getting ideas for content. When I'm creating content for customers, or we're trying to like get some ideas of what kind of videos we can get our customers to make, we can go in here and we can ask for video ideas. So vertical video ideas for an insurance, and be specific, Michigan, to share on TikTok in the month of April. Okay, here are 5 vertical video ideas. Okay, so insurance mythbusters create a series of videos that debunk common insurance myths. For example, you could explain why a red car doesn't actually cost more to insure than a green car. Spring safety tips, meet the team. I always love a good meet the team post. Insurance jargon 101. And then of course we also have our road trip prep. Okay, so these are all things related to spring, getting things ready, going to Michigan. Like, these are all great topic ideas. So then what we can do on our team is go in and build these out. So like, what are insurance myths that we could bust? How do things work? How do we make these specific to Michigan, and what our agency does, or maybe the demographic we're choosing to target, whether it's like families or young adults or women. Like, we can really niche into like what we're trying to create that content around so that it can be helpful. Now, one of the really fun things about ChatGPT is that the objective is to make your life easier. And so one of the things that's really cool about it is you're able to ask it to do things for you, not just like create content and write copy for you, but it can give you a schedule. So create social media marketing schedule for an insurance agency in Michigan for the month of April. Include major holidays and 2 fun holidays, as well as a weekly sales focused post. Okay. So now this will take a little bit longer, so let's speed up the camera to show what the final results are. All right, so they broke up our month into 4 weeks. So what we have here is essentially kind of 3 posts per week, and we're including some fun holidays. So we have April Fool's Day, National Walking Day, Sales Focus post. Easter, National Pet Day, Sales Focus. Tax Day, Earth Day, Sales Focus post. Administrative Professionals Day, National Arbor Day, weekly post. So we kind of have some things. We could make this a little bit more fine-tuned. We could include major holidays. We could also, and 2 fun holidays, broken into the week. I also could say, as well as a weekly sales post. We also could include things like facts or lists when we're trying to like break up how many we want. We could say 5 posts per week. We could say daily. We can get really specific, and then we have a whole content calendar to drive what we're going to be focusing on each day for our content, for social media, and also for our other marketing as well. Now, as a fun bonus, I also like adding humor in, so we can have it tell us a joke. Tell me a joke for an insurance agent in Michigan. Okay, so then we have a fun humor post that we can then use as well for what we're trying to do. AI is going to be a very integral part of what happens with marketing going forward. It's going to simplify things, allowing us to maximize our reach. But how can we be really effective with our social media content? Watch this video that I have right here, which talks about the perfect social media funnel, especially for your video content.